Check. Okay, Tommy, I guess Brian, if you're watching too. Tommy, I want to make this one just for you. I'm going to do one of the whole game, but there's a theme here that I want you to appreciate. Now remember, you are the initiator of our offense. You are the leader, you are the floor general, you're the point guard. So it's really up to you to kind of set the tone for everybody else on the court when it comes to running the offense and when it comes to playing tough defense. So when I criticize you in this, it's only meant with encouragement. Okay, and I think that if you see what you're doing out here, you'd actually be surprised, and it would be a pretty easy fix. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm only going to highlight your possessions and where you're relevant, and I'll do a whole other video just of the whole team as well. So we'll start right off the opening tip. You all ready to go? All right, so you have the ball. And I really like that you just turn and face, you don't start dribbling. I know that's probably something you've been working on. So that's already really good. Okay, so you pass the ball. Now we've only spent 50 hours on this and hundreds of videos and 25,000 reps on this. So when you pass, your one directive is to cut all the way to the basket, to underneath, and then fill out. And you're cutting with the complete intent to score. And you see Jack, now look, Jack's good, okay, but you still have to do the right thing. You have to cut all the way to the basket. Now I want you to see what you did. You throw your hand up where, I mean, just almost as if, well, I didn't think I'm supposed to throw my hand up, but you only took about 5 steps before getting out of there. You've got to get all the way through the lane. Look at this. See that? Okay, now later in the same possession, we're taking the ball out of bounds, and we call play two, and you run it correctly, and Jarrett throws it away. You'll see. Good. Try to do the best you can. All right, so now Jack has the ball, and correctly, you're sprinting back on defense, which is good. Now, again, I know Jack is tough. I mean, I've known him since he's 2 years old, and he's not easy. But you're just going to have to do a little bit better job in containing him. Like you'll see, not bad. You're keeping him to the outside. Now you see that he's already trying to make a beeline to the basket. You have to stop that direct drive. You have to close the gate and make him turn. You can't let him past you. And you see you try, and then you just give up at the last second. Look at that. See that? Again, you're going to be guarding these guys. And, you know, you're going to have to, stop that direct drive like that, especially with the better players. Okay, so next possession, I think, get the ball, you're bringing it down. Now you'll note, okay, first of all, I'll, I'll yell at him later, but Ryan's supposed to cut, right? The idea is that you're supposed to have somebody available to throw to. Either Ryan is open, meaning his defender's back here, or he's so covered that he should be cutting. But I'll yell at him later about that. Okay, so you don't have a lot going on. Jarrett's not doing the best job spacing. Right, he tries to cut, tries to pick for you. Kind of an awful job of that. Again, I'll yell at him later. Doing the best. Okay, so again, you pass to Ryan. Finally found him. Now you have got to cut. You have just got to cut. And what you end up doing is you take literally half a step, throw your hands up, and then get back. Okay? You've got to cut to the lane. Now, I know that Ryan made a nice move and he ripped and he was going there too, but it doesn't matter. You still have to cut because look what happens. All right, so he goes in and he misses. Now, not to say you're Shaq or anything, but if you had been cutting, you'd be right about here and you'd have a chance at this rebound. As it stands, because you didn't cut, we have nobody. Okay, now we missed the basket, and you're right here. Now I wonder who you have here. See, the first thing you have to do is someone has to pick up ball. Let me see who's got him. All right, so Doug waved at him. You waved at him. All right, joint effort. Joint effort there. Okay, a couple of possessions later. Okay, you get the ball. Jack's working you a little bit. See, what you should be doing here, what you should be thinking about, is you have a really good player on you. And you know that. I mean, you can tell by looking at him that he's a really good player. So what you should probably be doing, again, as the initiator of the offense, is making sure that someone gets through the lane. And the first person who can do that is you. So if I were you and I saw Jarrett right up here with nobody on him, you know, I would just give it up and just blast through the lane. Okay. In any case, we're dribbling, we're dribbling. See, again, you could just give it up. Or you could give it to Doug. I mean, you think about this. Doug is wide open. Jarrett is wide open. And you have a guy within 1 inch of you. Now, look, you don't have to prove to me that you could dribble. Okay, I know you could dribble, and I know you could probably shake and bake anybody. But life is so much easier if you just pass and then get through the lane. Right? Okay, so now you passed. And you'll notice that Jack here is staring at this guy. You should be cutting right through the lane. And what do? One step, hold your hand up, but the ball's not going there, right? It's almost like I want to make coach happy, so I throw my hand up, but I know the difference, okay? You've got to get all the way. You pretend there's a spot right here under the basket, okay? All right, now defensively, you tell me whether you think this is as well as you can play him. I don't know. I know Jack's good, but you tell me. All right, so you pick him up, you find him, which is good. You got to get in the stance. I mean, I've seen you. I mean, get in the stance, make him work. And look, that's a good move, I guess, but I don't know. You tell me. All right, so then we pick it up, walking the ball up, nice and patient. And you should probably just be giving it up to either Ryan or Jared, just cutting through the lane. All right, so once again, you give it up to Jared. All you got to do is cut through. Just cut through and fill out. I don't know where you're going. I mean, Jarrett doesn't need your pick and roll. You know, just go ahead and through the lane. So now we got the ball. I think you make a nice move here. Okay, so you pass. What are you supposed to do? Cut, right? Make a little wave at it. Once again, same thing. Even if you had just cut through here, we have an automatic person ready to rebound. Okay? But because you didn't, they got 1, 2, 3, and we have no chance. They made it, but whatever. Now let's pick up a defensive possession. May as well. All right. You got to get mean. You got to get ready, Tommy. You're on ball. You're the man, right? Okay. Good job. See both. Not bad. Cheating mid a little bit. Okay, so that's your man. And then, I don't know, you just kind of gave up a little bit. All right, so let's see defense. Okay, here we go. Pick him up. Let's stop ball. Actually, Doug did a decent job holding him up. You're on him. Think you got to respect him a little more than that, no? All right, let's pick up this possession here. Again, you see Ryan, just get it. Get it over to him and get through the lane. Okay, so we mess around up here a little bit, mess around. Jarrett's supposed to cut when you dribble at him, but that's okay. So you give it to him. Let's go. Right? Look at that seam. Right there. Right down the lane. What are you doing for me out over here? What are you doing for the team? Right now there's nobody in the lane. If you would cut, there'd be somebody in here. Gives Jarrett some more options, right? All right, another possession. Let's see. This is probably the best of a bad bunch. So here you pass. At least you sort of make an attempt. So you threw your hand up at the beginning of the cut instead of as we're getting near the end. See, now, I mean, you're already lost, right? You're so interested in getting out that you don't finish your cut. That wasn't the worst. But again, you want to cut with a purpose. And the purpose is to get to the rim. Maybe you get that ball back. Worst case, you're under the basket. All right, here comes another one. This is all within 5 minutes. This is all this one shift that you have, or 6, 8 minutes, whatever. So you pass. You're supposed to cut right behind him, right down the lane, but instead, I don't know where you're going. Yeah, we scored, but all right, now you came out of the game, then you came back in. Let's see if you got your act together here. All right, this is not a big deal, but this just to illustrate a point. Okay, so you're out here over here on the outside, and you cut to the rim. I mean, I know it's almost like a fast break, but this is where everything good happens. Okay, so a possession coming down, and once again, we pass, and we don't cut. Actually, he passed it. At least he shot it right away. Got you off the hook there. Okay, now you tell me if this is defense is worthy of you. All right, so you're on him. Is that you staying between him and the basket, or does that let him getting right through to a layup? I'll let you decide. Okay, I'm convinced that just somewhere along the way, whether it's on the team you're on now, somewhere else, or in previous life, you were just told to just not cut for some reason because we're told to do this pick and roll thing with a guard. See, you pass it here. If you cut right to the lane, this is a layup. At the very least, what happens if you cut here? 20 has to help and James is open. But instead, I mean, you bring everybody to one spot. I mean, could this possibly be good? Like all this mess around here? Probably not, right? A good shot, but okay, down we go. This is all the same game. Yeah, I don't know what that pick is, but in any case, so you pitch it out to Jesse. Good. Go. Go. He's looking this way. Just go. What are you doing out there? Okay, the game moves this way. The game moves towards the basket. Okay, so you have the ball. First of all, Doug's wide open. Anyway, so we dribble and we pass and we could cut. Remember, the basket's this way. This is where we want to go. This is where we want to score. Instead, we go all the way over there. All right, and I'm not leaving any possessions out here. Hey, first of all, this is really good. The way you slide to this corner, that's just like we worked on. That's good. All right, let's see what we got. First of all, get it down to him. Throw him a bounce pass and then make a Laker cut. I mean, this is an easy setup. In any case, so he tries to give you a pick. You pass, go to the basket. Just go. See, he ended up shooting. You could have been here, right? Watch that again. All right, we get the rebound. We get it back. So we get bailed out. All right, so you probably could have ripped and made a move. Look at all these guys looking in the wrong direction. That's really funny. Anyway, once again, pass, cut, 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 cut. You get a little hand, then you come out this way. No good. All right, next possession. Just cut and fill out. We don't finish our cut. All right, maybe the second half we're a little luckier. Maybe we do better at the other basket. Let's see what we do. All right. All right, let's cut. Let's cut right to the rim. Didn't get there. Didn't get there. Okay, this next one is the least of the issues, but I figured I would show it. All right, you make a nice move here. Make a nice penetration move. And you throw it. Now, you keep in mind, when the point guard goes in and makes a penetration move like this, you have to get ready to sprint back if this doesn't go your way. Now, it's partially someone else's fault, right? Because what happens is your man, who's a point guard, he got beat, and he's going to be releasing. That's exactly what happened. There you go. I can tell you right now what's going to happen. No big deal. Come on, Jimmy, get there. No. Okay, now I show this for illustration, okay? You think that I got mad at you and took you out of the game because of this play, I think. All right, you don't have anything. Sure, you could have passed to the left, but you don't have anything. And you take a wide open three. You could take that all day long, right? So you made an air ball, right? And you look at me and you say, "Oh, that was my bad. That was my bad." That I can live with that. You can take that all day long. That doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me, really, is when you cut, you pass, and you don't cut. Remember, hey, if you can get by your man and get to the rim, go for it. If you've got a wide open shot after someone screens for you, take it. You know? But passing and then just not cutting is that you can't do that. All right, so we're coming back in, maybe for a final push, slowly but surely bringing my starters back in. Starters meaning the guys I want finishing. So here you come in, Tommy. Remember, I got utmost of confidence in you. You know, you're my man. You know, and even though this wasn't your best game, you know, I don't want you to feel as though I have no confidence in you. But this is a very, very simple thing that you can change. And I think that seeing it, as opposed to me just yelling it at you, is probably going to help. Let's see what happens here. All right. Okay, so you passed it again. Just cut. Need to see any more? Yeah, well, why not? Trying to make a push here. Everybody's going to be on the same page. All right, sometimes they make them. Let's see what you're doing. Good take. That's not bad. Now, just again, just to show you. All right, hold on a minute. Just to show you something really stupid. All right, so look. Sorry about this. Let me just rewind this just one sec. All right, so the same possession. This is a lot of work for this one point, but this is okay. and you kick it out to Sam. That's fine, and you make it through the lane. Now, something really dumb. See, Sam just throws it over to James, and I guess Sam just doesn't know better. Just cut, and he just cuts, and look what happens. He cuts, and he's right there. Now, I don't know if he found him or not, but look what happens. Just the simple act of cutting makes the entire universe a better place to live. Did he get it back? Almost. See, worst case scenario. Look where he is. He's just standing there. Nobody's guarding him. God forbid this ball comes off in his direction. It's an easy layup. Let's see one more. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, good take. That anything that gets to the rim, I'll take. If you can get to the rim on a dribble, great. But if you can't, then I want you to get to the rim on a pass. Makes sense, right? All right. So I really hope this was instructive. I really hope that you take this entire video in the right way, because I need you. If Brian, you're watching, I need him. And it's a real simple fix. And I think that if you, by having a chance to see it, you could see how much more effective you could be if you did cut, as opposed to this past game where you didn't cut. That's about it. All right, I will see you Sunday.